Throat clearing is extremely annoying. That sound of that clearing of the throat is sometimes unbearable when we are in public, when we are with someone that doesn't let you even talk or socialize, or even when we are living with someone and it just becomes unbearable. Why do we have to go through that throat clearing, and in some occasions becoming chronic to the point where it's unbearable and something that we really need to get off ourselves in order to have that social commitment that we want? How can we eliminate this problem? This is a health condition, and how can we make sure that our throat, our lungs, the mucus production in our system is actually something healthy and not something annoying? That's what I'm going to reveal to you in today's video. Hoarseness or throat clearing is something that we all go through. At some point in our life, we get that irritation on our throats, mucus, we have to throw it out. We have to produce certain, let's say, substances that are going to make sure that that irritation, allergy, or condition that we have gets eliminated. The problem is that this can become chronic. It can become a serious, sometimes even mental condition that people are just used to that can be eliminated if you reduce the factors. This condition is actually the sensation or irritation of our throat that triggers the need to clear it constantly with that guttural sound, something that is not, let's say, nice to hear. But there are ways that you can start to reduce it, making sure your immune system works, making sure you eliminate the factors, and that's what I'm going to reveal to you. But before we continue, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I've always been surprised the amount of people that watch my videos but are not yet subscribed. Maybe something that I do say in the future helps you so much that could actually change your life completely, and the only thing you needed to do was press that like button and that subscribe button so that you can see other videos that I do publish in the future. Having said that, let's continue. Number one, why do we have to clear our throats? This might sound obvious, right? Why do we have to clear our throats? Well, sometimes we produce mucus. Sometimes we have other conditions that we aren't even aware of, but we have to know the cause in order to make sure that we can resolve it or clear it out, eliminate it. And the reality is that there are many causes, many things that you are going to discover in this video that you might not even have thought about ever, right? Sometimes it's even the repulsion of feelings that someone is saying something you don't like and you're just clearing your throat. Sometimes it's a psychological condition. In many other situations, it might just be you need humidity in that respiratory tract. You have trapped dust. Maybe you need a stronger immune defense system, or you're producing too much mucus. You're having irritation on your throat. This is extremely important because if you know how to analyze, and I'm going to get to every single one of these in just a moment, you can actually start to trigger or start to, let's say, aim for the solution just because you know exactly what is triggering it. Number two, the causes of throat clearing are extremely varied. One of the most common situations of why you have that need to clear your throat is actually the irritation of your throat. This irritation can come in many forms. The first one is just simple dry air. You might not be completely hydrated. You're seeing that you are drying those mucous membranes and you have a persistent mild irritation. Therefore, you need to clear your throat or make sure that you can just move it along so that some of that mucus production can start producing more and you see that it gets better. The second reason might be because you have a respiratory allergy. And pay attention to every single one of these I'm mentioning. A respiratory allergy can cause an inflammation due to histamine production and therefore a continuous throat itching that obviously will need you to scratch it. The only way to scratch it is not putting your finger inside your throat, but actually just clearing your throat so that vibration can calm that itching on the entire respiratory tract. In a third instance, it might be an environmental factor, right? It might be tobacco smoke, pollution, chemical products that you're breathing in all the time, or a defensive reaction of the mucosa to something that you are inhaling. Not many people realize that many of the places they live in, maybe the air conditioning they're using or the furniture they've been using for so long is expelling some type of substance that is irritating that mucosa every single day. A fifth cause could be a respiratory infection. This is more common, obviously. A cold, a flu, pharyngitis, direct inflammation of the throat that will naturally take you to clear your throat constantly with a mucus production that sometimes becomes uncontrolled, and it is really annoying until you get over that situation where your immune system is trying to combat this infection. In any case, make sure your immune system is working properly because this is the first step in order to make sure that any of these causes can be eliminated. Some more than others, obviously, but look for something that can help you improve that situation. Something like Probilion, Woman's Probilion, Immunoguard, IM Defense, supplements that will make your immune system strong so that you don't have an over allergic reaction or a dryness of throat because your immune system doesn't know how to act with the production of mucus, respiratory infections, allergies, and much more. Number 3, what is the solution to all this hoarseness or that throat clearing? If what you want is a solution, you need to go directly to the cause. First of all, if you're living in a dry climate, well then obviously what you need is hydration. Not many people think of this as so simple, but it really is. Your mucus production needs to be there in order to trap maybe pollution, viruses, bacteria, everything that you're bringing into your respiratory tract. And if you don't have enough hydration, you won't be able to produce this mucus that you need. Therefore, your body is constantly clearing your throat or making sure you have some type of vibration to produce more mucus of something that you are not producing. And you need obviously more water. So go ahead and drink some water, maybe even an excessive drinking of water over the course of a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks will reduce your hoarseness, and therefore you will know exactly what you need. In a second instance, make sure that your immune system is strong. In many occasions, we are breathing allergens, we are breathing substances, we are breathing pollutants in work, on our house, anywhere really, that are actually causing an allergic reaction on our throats and our respiratory system. Believe it or not, this might not even be necessary. Your immune system might be overreacting, and sometimes what you need is just a little bit more of training. You need probiotics, you need to make sure you're taking vitamin C, you're taking substances that have an anti-allergic reaction to your system to make sure that these allergies reduce themselves and you stop with that hoarseness just because you're overreacting to the pollutants you see or you have at home, at work, or anywhere you go around. Number 3, stay away from anything you think might be a pollutant and causing you that hoarseness. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes even old clothes in the closet, every time you open it at home, can cause an allergic reaction. The bed you're sleeping in that hasn't been changed for 10 years could be just filled with bacteria, with microorganisms, with dead cells, skin cells, all these just terrible substances you're breathing for 8 hours a day when you go to bed. Maybe it's your pillow, maybe it's your house isn't clean enough, the air conditioner that has pollutants on its ducts, and everywhere you think or that you might be frequenting, everything you are breathing is actually causing you to produce more mucus and see in this condition that never goes away. You have to search and look for what you have at home and make sure that everything is clean, well maintained, and is not causing you any allergies. Don't forget to give this video a like button, don't forget to share, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.